Chapter 1. The World Aflame. Night pressed against the windows of the White House. It's almost dawn. Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America, leader of the free world, and the most powerful man in the world, felt hopeless. He sat on his couch, his back pain eased to a low throb after he took his pill. It was a miracle for back pain, Xanax, but it gave him the unwanted side effect of diarrhea and nightmares. You win some, you lose some. This seems to be a constant of life, or a constant of his life anyways. Inside the Oval Office, the lights were low and yellow, and the room smelled faintly of stale coffee and polished wood, the sort of smell that suggested important decisions had been made there, most of them wrong. He eased into his chair, hissing. Not the proud way he'd sat before, not the way a man sits when cameras are watching. This was a quieter kind of sitting, the kind a man does when the room is empty and the world has turned unpleasant. His fingers tapped on the desk. He'd always liked the desk. Huge thing. Presidential. Made a man feel important just touching it. Funny how furniture could lie to you like that. But everyone lied. Social media, CNN, politicians and businessmen. All liars. Why would the furniture be any different? A world of liars, and he was the king of all of it. Outside the windows, the lawns were dark. Washington was quiet tonight. Too quiet. Cities get quiet when everyone's waiting for the next bad thing. Trump leaned further back in his chair and stared at the ceiling. You win some, he muttered. You lose some. He'd said it before, of course, usually about casinos. Wars were supposed to be different. How did he trust the imbecile J.D. Vance? Did he really start a war with Iran? Is he really losing it? Cut the head of the snake and the rest falls apart, they told him. But somehow it ended up like Xanax. He tried to fix the mild back pain and gave the nation diarrhea. A folder lay open on the desk. Red tab. Military briefings. The pages were full of numbers, arrows, satellite images, analysts' notes written in careful bureaucratic language designed to hide the fact that things had gone very, very wrong. He squinted at the map. Iran. A place that looked small on paper and turned out very large when you tried to conquer it. He'd been told it would be easy, quick, a demonstration, the sort of victory that looked great on television. Funny thing about demonstrations, sometimes the other side demonstrates back. Trump rubbed his eyes. He leaned back again, fingers steepled together. Iran. A mistake, maybe. Or maybe just bad luck. But the way things were unfolding, it seems he will be remembered as the president who lost a war, the man who bankrupted America. Trump had never intended to be remembered as a fool. His eyes drifted back toward the window. That was when he noticed the reflection. Someone standing behind him. Trump stiffened. He turned slowly in his chair. The man stood a few steps from the desk, as though he had always been there, and the room had simply decided to reveal him. A bold man in a simple black suit, and some kind of cloak about his shoulders, heavy-set and bearded, a pleasant smile on his face. "Good evening, Mr. President." Trump blinked hard.
Well, security's really gone downhill,
he muttered. The stranger began to walk forward. Not quickly, not nervously. He moved with a slow, smooth stride, every step quiet against the carpet. The sort of walk that suggested patience. The sort of walk that suggested he had never once in his life been in a hurry. Trump had met powerful men before, billionaires, generals, presidents. He knew the type of man who had that type of confidence, that aura. The stranger stopped a few feet from the desk.
"It's a pleasure to finally meet you,"
he said. His voice was calm, smooth, not loud at all, yet it carried through the room as though the walls themselves were listening. Trump stared at him. He glanced toward the door. Still closed. No alarms. No Secret Service agents crashing in with guns drawn. Just the two of them. Trump pointed a finger at the stranger.
How did you get in here?
The man smiled faintly.
"My name is Baez, the first of the Magi."
Trump blinked again.
The first of what?
Baez ignored the question.
"I know about your troubles."
Everybody knows about my troubles. It's on television 24 hours a day.
Baez's smile widened just a fraction.
"Yes, but I suspect I understand them somewhat better than most."
Trump drummed his fingers once on the desk.
Let's try this again. How did you get in here? Because there are about 100 guys outside with guns who are supposed to stop people like you.
Baez looked toward the door, as though considering it. Then he shrugged lightly.
"Ah, guns are very modern concerns. Guns, cannons, and missiles. It seems we always find a way to blast high-velocity objects into one another, no matter the age, no matter the timeline. But none of that will be necessary here. I'm here to offer you a solution to those troubles I mentioned. Here are the options that are available to us at the moment. First is boots on the ground. Deploy a few soldiers at first, maybe 2,000 to do a small mission. Then follow again with another 5,000 to achieve a bigger objective, wave after wave, until they are swarmed with 2 million troops, arms to the teeth, with the latest technology in all the history of warfare. But the battlefield, Iranian soil that is a desert surrounded with mountain ranges, a natural fortress. What if you commit all your might and still lose to terrain? Not to mention that will leave your own country open and undefended. Do you think China will sit idly? I'd say they are drooling in anticipation of you making that fatal mistake."
Trump's eyes narrow at the mention of China.
Option 2. Nuclear weapon. Press the delete button, and all who oppose you will face Armageddon, a biblical annihilation that will go down in history for generations.
Trump's face went from cynical suspicion to wide-eyed horror.
But we both know the consequences of a nuclear strike, the end of the world. So you will go from the man who sunk America to the man who ended civilization as we know it, billions of deaths.